Okay. Okay. I have this view. Next, let's deal with this. The small options available. Let's deal with those. So I have gross amount. I just want to go with the get the calculated amount, calculated columns here. So I would like to bring in another calculated column as tax amount. So I would like to calculate the tax amount as say 15%, let's say 13.5% on the gross amount. So in the aggregation node, I have option of creating calculate column here, or in the join node, I have option of creating calculate column, or in the projection node, I have option of anywhere I can do this. If you want to create calculate column, then perform aggregation, I can perform it before this. So if I want to perform a calculation, then perform aggregation, I can do it before. Either way goes. I'm okay. Understand the logic here, okay? Understand the logic here goes. If you want to perform the logic here, perform the calculation, then perform the aggregation, do it here, okay? If you want the gross amount to be aggregated, then the aggregation calculation to be performed, then you can perform on the aggregation node, okay? Depending on the requirements. So I want to perform it here as a new calculate column. As tax amount. I'll set this as decimal. So when you're creating a calculate column in aggregation node, this could be a measure or attribute. This can be measure or attribute. I'll say this is a measure. Now this is what gross amount into 13.5. Okay. Divided by 100. And I also have flexibility of using lots of functions, if conditions, string functions, conversion functions. If you don't know about these functions, you can just click on this help. You can say create calculate column. If you don't know about those functions, just help. Just go down. using functions in the expression. Click on this. Go down. You can have the string functions, miscellaneous date functions. You can say go to string functions. It explains about all these functions. You can just read through about each function and understand those functions here. You have help about every function here. Okay, fine. That's fine. Validate, and that's it. You get to see the new column here. Okay, active. This way you can create a new calculate columns. So this is the calculate column, which is 13.5% on the total gross amount. So I don't want to basically fix this tax percentage that has 13.5%. Now what you can do is, if you want to make that dynamic, I can go with input parameter also. You can create input parameter. Tax percentage, I'll say static list. I can make this a static list like this, and then go to my calculate column. Instead of fixing this 13.5 here, I can use this input parameter here. So you can also make the calculate column dynamic by using input parameters. So go in, I can get the static list. I can choose 14.5 now. Now you get the calculation done based on, you get it as 58 here now. Okay. Now if I try to see the view with, run this view with 15.5, you get to see it as something like around 62. Like this, you can also make your calculate columns dynamic by using input parameter. Sorry. Like this, you can have calculate columns also made dynamic by using input parameters. So apart from calculate columns for measures, I can also have calculate column for attributes also. For example, I have this company name, right? So I have this company name. Say I have this company name, something like this. So if I just want to pick up only company name, let's say only left of 5 of this company name, I can do that. Say string of left of 5, I just want to pick up. Short name, I just want to maintain. So I can say calculate column. I want to say short name. Varchar, I'll say let this 5. The same column type is attribute. I can go to string functions. I'll have something like, let's say left string. String argument is company name. Length is 5. One second. Yeah, so company name of 5 and just say left of 5. So the columns That's an attribute. Like this, I can also derive attributes, not only measures. And for this calculate columns, you make sure you have this aggregation type here as formula. Okay. The short name, you see this as just takes only the 5 characters of this name. Yeah. Like this, you can also derive the call attributes also. That's the calculated column. Okay, good. Fine. Then there is a concept called counters. So if you remember in BW, when you have a requirement like when you want to bring in a measure uh, with aggregate, uh, normally these measures are coming with these measures. You can bring in with this aggregation function as sum, max, min, count, average, variance, all this, right? Even in BW, you have this aggregation function, right? In key figure definition, you can go with sum, min, max, count, all this. But say if you remember in BW, you want to go with count distinct. So you want to have a key figure with aggregation function as count distinct. Okay. Now look at my requirement. Mm, for this company name, I would like to get the count of distinct sales orders first. For this company name, I would like to get the distinct sales orders. For this company name, I would like to get the distinct sales orders. That's my requirement. For this company name, I would like to get the distinct sales orders. That's my requirement. In other words, for partner wise, if you see, I would like to get that count of distinct. This is actually view is giving our item level, but I would like to get the distinct sales orders, unique IDs. Yeah, you're getting what I'm saying. Suppose when I see the view, when I go to my analysis, when I see this company name wise, when I bring in the sales order ID, now what are the count I see? Sales order ID underscore count, it is giving me 40, right? Means there are, for this sales order ID, there are, but if I bring in item 40, I think you should check from the table. That's fine, better. Mm, that should help you out. Mm, tables. Mm. Let me go to sales header. If you say open definition, it will have the partner. It will have the partner ID. If I open the business partner table, it will have the company name. Yeah, you can join it at the partner ID table. Partner ID. So let me just basically get the select. I'll write whatever I want from mm, from sales header, which where I'll say this as T1. Mm, inner join business part, which I'll say T2 on T1 dot partner ID. Now what I want to get, select company name, company name, comma, count distinct sales order ID. Sales order ID. Okay. Count of distinct sales order ID. Hmm. Group by company. Now this is what I want. Say, so for company name SAP, there are 20 sales orders. For Dell Bond Industries, there are 28 sales orders. For TCOM, there are actually 28 sales orders. Asia High Tech, there are 40 sales orders. Did you understand my requirement? I would like to get the unique sales. If I don't say unique here, the in the table, one customer might have. I don't know. In this table, it may not be repeated, but in the other table, it may not be repeated. But if I use the item table here, instead of item table may not have partner, but I want to get unique sales orders based on each company. That's my requirement. But this view has got item level data, so that might become duplicate. So I would like to get, how do you get the counter here? The calculate columns, right click, say new counter, um, number of sales orders, count. See, when you say new counter, by default it goes with exception aggregation. You remember in BW we had this exception aggregation. When you want to go with non-cumulative key figures, we had the concept of exception aggregation. So when you want to build a key figure with exception aggregation as count distinct, okay, count distinct, we go with this count distinct of what? Count distinct of sales order IDs. Count distinct of sales order IDs. Okay, good. That's it, and activate. Now, based on the field, whatever you do drill down, it gives you the count distinct. Activate. Now, let me see the view. See, when you see the overall view, it will be giving as 1111 because it is not aggregated. It is being, you're seeing the view at the detail level. But when you go to the analysis, when you go with the company name, when you go to the number of sales orders, are you seeing it as correct table? I think you should see SAP, then you'll understand SAP 20. If you see our name, let me sort it here also so that you'll see this results. Hmm. Avental 24, Avental 24, sorry, Avental 24, then it is African 29, 20, 29, 28, 24, 40, 29, 28, 24, 40, 40, 28, 29, 20. This is fine. Are you able to get the same result was? So whenever you want to have a key figure, or or a measure with aggregation functions count distinct, you go with counters. You go with new counters. Okay, good. Mm, mm. Okay, boss. Next, we have a concept called restricted column. Same like, I pretty much to make it simpler for you, calculate column is same like your CKF in your pretty much something like CKF in your big query. Okay. Next, we have something called restricted column, which is more like your RKF, RKF, like restricted key figure bus. Okay. Now let's see what is restricted column. Say, let's say you have a column, and I would like to restrict that column for some certain, based on certain condition. For example, mm, I have, let's say I have this column, grass somewhat. Let's say I have this column grass somewhat. Um, I have this grass amount, right? Mm, it's showing me the grass amount, but I would like to apply some condition on this grass amount. I would like to apply some restriction on this grass amount only. Like say, I want this grass amount to be displayed only where only if the order has been closed, or only if only when the delivery is completed, or only when the payment is completely done. Or I would like to apply certain restriction on that measure. So I have certain measure, and I would like to apply certain restriction of, and I would like to apply certain conditions based on certain attributes. Then I would like to go, and then we will go with restricted columns. Okay, simple. Let's say I build in. I would like to have it like say, actually, I have. Let me take this delivery status, billing, let's say status. Instead of selecting at each node, what I can do, I told how, what can you do? Instead of selecting at each node one by one, what you can do is you can say now later I can select all this and say what propagate to symmetric so that they all get selected till top node was automatically. Okay. Mhm. Now I have this right. Now I would like to build a column which says grass somewhat only where mm billing status is completed because let me just activate first. Because billing status gives me two values, which tells you whether it's completed or not. I can see that billing status value here. Distinct values. Initial paid. So paid, I'll take the paid and then I'll say only which is paid. Okay. So I'll say select the restricted column, right click, send new. Mm, paid, gross paid. I'll say I want gross amount, where mm, billing status is equal. You can see equal to, not equal to, what are the conditions you want. Value. What is the value? I'll say paid. That's it. You can have multiple conditions and okay. You can say include, exclude, whatever you want. You can say. You can have multiple conditions. You can say billing status should be paid, and you can say and life cycle status should be completed. Complete life cycle should be closed, and the delivery status should be cleared. Delivery should be completed completely. It should be complete. It should be complete delivered. Order should be completely closed and it should be completely paid. I want that is that's what I would say gross paid completely. Like this I can build restricted columns. Simple. That is called restricted measures. Yeah. You see, you get to see a question mark because this may not be closed, but you can see these are the ones which has got. In the analysis, you get to see the aggregated value, say for a company name, what is my total gross amount and what is total gross paid. You see, total gross amount is 77,356, but out of that total gross paid is 36. So there's still lots of amount being open. So that gives me analysis. There are a lot of orders which are still open. Now again from this I can again calculate a percentage on how much of percentage of order value has been still open, how much order value has been closed. What now I can bring in another calculation saying what is the percentage of order value been still open and what is the percentage of order completion percentage. Order completion percentage I can calculate. So then I can bring in other KPIs out of this. Okay, I can bring in this. Yeah. ఆర్డర్ కంప్లీషన్ అంటే ఎంత ఆర్డర్ వాల్యూ కంప్లీషన్ అయిపోయింది ఎంత పెండింగ్ ఉంది again okay boss, that's like that's the restricted column. That's very simple. Good. Now we're seeing all this, the see every calculation we create you get to see some a node default node called semantics. And when you in the semantics, when you go to semantics, you get to see four tabs here: columns, properties, hierarchies, and parameters and variables here. Okay. Um, Basically, in the columns tab, you get to see the columns what has been projected from the view. In the columns tab, you get to see a list of columns what we are able to project from the view. Name of the column, label of the column. We'll see some properties later here, but pretty much the list of the columns here. Then this is about parameters and variables, and then there's something called view properties. There's nothing but properties of the view. Here you get to see some properties like technical name of the view. Here it is a description of the view. Then this is the data category of the view. We know about data category, right? Cube, blank, and dimension. Okay, we'll come to privileges. This is the view should run with definer rights or invoker rights, same like procedure. So if it is definer rights, this view will run with invokers with the authorizations based on the definer who has defined this view. If it's invoker rights, this will run with the authorizations who is invoking it. Okay, and this is standard type of what type of view is it, whether standard or not. Then there is something called default client or session client or cross client. This is very important. Okay, default client will have a property session client or cross client. Okay, boss. How many of you have worked on SAP systems? How many of you, or how many of you do not have experience with SAP systems? Is there anyone who do not have experience with SAP systems?
Sir, my name is Srikanth. I don't have any experience on SAP.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
This is Praveen. Even I don't have.
Actually, in SAP, what happens is like one second. Actually, in SAP, what happens is like they'll have a concept called client. Okay, so So once you install one SAP software, once you install the SAP single SAP instance, okay, one SAP software instance within a single SAP software instance, you can have multiple client concept, and each client will have its own data set, okay, or own. I'll show you. Hmm. So this is my SAP system. Uh, so this is my HANA database of my SAP application. Okay. So if I go to some table in it, if I go to some table in it, if I go to any most of the tables in it, we always see a column called mandate here, which indicates client. Okay. You see something called 400 here, right? Only 400 in there. Ah, it's got only 400. See now, you see there's something called client equal to 400, but in the real time, or it's not in real time, but it's possible that you could see that there is a data with multiple clients. So when user log into the system with 400 client, you would see this data. Let's say there's a data with 500. When user logs into 500, you would see this 500. You would see a different database. So what happens once you install SAP software with single instance? Once you install SAP software with single instance, we can basically maintain different data set with different client configurations. Okay, with the help of this, we call them as client dependent tables. Okay, with this field called mandate. So what we are saying is, so when I'm using this, when we use those kind of tables, which are called as client dependent tables, which is called mandate fields. If you want to say, like say, let's say I log into client 400. I want to make my user visible only for 400 client tables only. If I log into 500, I want to make my user to see only 500. Then I will say session client. If I set it as cross client, irrespective of the client what he logs in, he would get to see data for all the clients' database. So that is this property. If I set it as session client, if I set it as session client, for whatever the client he logs in, you would get to see data only for that client only. If he logs into cross client, irrespective of the client, what are the client number he logs in, you would get to see data for all the clients in the table. Okay, so that is the property here. Okay, we'll see enable history input parameter. We'll see that later. That's okay. Other properties you don't have to really worry so much. Mhm. And there's something called default schema here. There's something called default schema. Say basically we can perform currency conversion or unit conversion So to perform unit conversion or currency conversion, we're going to you leverage some standard tables. So all the standard tables would belong to certain schema. So here you're going to specify what is the name of the schema in which those standard tables are to be referred from. Okay, we're going to specify the schema name in which those standard tables are going to be referred from us. Okay, that is the schema you're going to specify it here. I'll tell you now. We'll see where we're going to refer it from. Okay, let's see this. Let us do this currency conversion and unit conversion. This. For that only I came to this here. Okay, let's see this. Okay, let's do this unit conversion first, so it will make it easy for you. Then we'll see currency conversion. I have this. Do you have the quantity? Yes. Okay. Let's see first the data. I have the quantity which says 1, 2, 3 something. And where is the unit of measure? Where is the unit of measure? Oh, it makes sense for you. Now got quantity and unit, quantity unit. So one piece. So pretty much everything is pieces. I would not, I would love to make it as kgs for now, just for make to make it simple. Okay. ఇక్కడ quantity. Where is this quantity coming from? Here, right? Mm, mm, quantity. I would make it as this quantity unit, right? And make it as constant. Okay. So I just wanted to make that as kgs, okay, so that it makes sense for us. Okay, now I got 1 kg, 2 kg, 3. I just made everything as kgs. Okay. Now I want to convert that as grams first. Okay. Now I want to convert that as grams. If you remember in SAP BW, for when you want to convert it, when you want to perform the unit conversion, we were using table as TW06. You remember? So here in SAP underscore Hana underscore demo, we have the tables like TW06 and TW06A data preview. So it has got this same like unit conversion tables. Okay. So what SAP say similar to SAP BW, even the calculation engine in HANA, when it has to perform unit conversion or currency conversion, it expects those standard tables like TW06. So whenever you ask the calculation engine to perform unit conversion or currency conversion, it goes back to the schema what is specified and checks for the tables, standard tables with the naming TW6 and TW6A, TCUR-C, TCUR-X, all the standard tables for conversion. But if you see my SAP HANA demo, I don't have those tables with this naming, but I have the tables with the different naming here. I have them with a different naming like Tker X, Tker WV, TX, all this, right? But actually, I wanted them with a different name. I actually wanted them with a different name was. So just to solve this purpose for now, what I can in the real time, if you look at your real purpose here, if you look at the real synonym, real SAP case, you will see tables with this. Let me just close and connect again. If you look at the real SAP system, means original SAP. See, not real. If you look at the if you look at the SAP schema, you'll obviously have those tables. Okay, the filter. See, do you have these tables? Tker, Tker C, Tker X. You have all those Tker C, Tker X, all this, right? All those tables are already there. But for me, this is a demo schema. I don't have the tables with those naming. I have the different tables with a different name. Okay, this is not a standard SAP schema. This is a demo schema. So just to solve this purpose, what I will do? Can I go about creating? How do you solve this purpose? Tell me. I actually wanted these table data, but not with this naming. I actually wanted to have with a different name because my engine checks the tables with the naming as TW6 or TCorrect, TCorW, all those. Okay, but these are with different naming. How can I solve this purpose? How can I solve this purpose first?
You have to name the table name as with the standard table name.
Hmm. So can I solve this by using creating synonyms?
Yes, yes, correct.
Yeah. So I'm creating synonyms with these required names what I want. Okay? Done. So once you make sure you have the synonyms, that nothing but I'm making sure I have the tables with this naming. Yeah. Oh, sorry. On this in this schema, right?
సార్
Because
సీక్వెల్ సక్సెస్ అయింది కదా, ఇది ఎక్కడ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు సార్?
public synonym like help and
ఓకే 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 సార్.
correct. So since I have the synonyms created, now when the T double plus one issue, this is not double O, ఇది O వచ్చింది 006 అదొక్కటే. Okay, so I have the synonyms created. Now when the engine goes about checking the standard tables, it can find them. Yeah. So now what I'll do, I'll go to my view properties. I'll specify the default schema to be SAP HANA demo. So for unit conversion or currency conversion, we can use this HANA demo because we have the standard tables maintained in it. Yeah. Now I'll go and I'll perform the unit conversion. Okay. Where can I perform unit conversion? In here, no, I'll say gross amount. Sorry, quantity, right? I would like to perform the quantity as gross current unit conversion. Select this. Here, it's a semantics. Okay. Let's click on semantics. Semantic types. This is quantity with unit of measure. What is the unit for it? What is unit for this? It's not fixed. It's not fixed. I have a column which is giving this. What is that column? Quantity unit. Do you want to perform conversion? Let's say conversion. Okay. Schema for conversion is okay. Client for conversion. I don't have, for now, I don't have any conversion, but if it is a SAP system, you'll have a client. Okay. For now, you can say I don't have any client. You can say 00 client, and source unit is nothing but a quantity unit. Quantity unit has got kgs. Okay. Target unit, I want to specify the fixed unit as grams. Okay. From kgs, I want to convert it to grams. Where is? From kgs, I want to convert it to grams. Okay, good. Upon conversion failure, I want to set it to null. If it cannot convert, set it to null. Okay, that's it. And say activate. So now this quantity will be converted. If you remember, I was seeing as 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kgs, right? Now let's see the grams into 1000, 2000 and all the grams. 1 second. Okay. TW6D లేదంటండి. For table call, there's one more table required TW6D. I cannot bring it now. Hmm. I don't have the tip, but that's it. The navigation step is the same. You just say like this way, but I'll show you currency conversion at least here. Okay. Okay, right. That's where. Okay. Now let's say. Speaker. Let's see some exchange rates. Because we'll have exchange rates. Let's see, let's run a query. The T curve will have all the exchange rates. Let's run this query and see. I'm converting the date. Mhm. One of you to take my view. I have gross amount and what is the currency it is in? Currency. Okay. Euro only, USD only. Let's pick up only USD to Euro. From USD, I want to pick it to Euros. That's fine. USD to Euro, I have the conversion rate from 2001 date. Okay. 2001. Okay. Variety from is 2001. Okay. Now I'll say gross amount, semantic types, amount with currency code. I'll say everything is currency is from. I'll say from currency is USD. I want to enable conversion. Leave it session client. From source is USD. Target I'll go with Euro. Exchange rate type I'll say average rate. What is the exchange rate type I had here? What is the exchange rate type? Mandate 000 exchange rate type is 108. Source is target is Euro. Type is 1003. Conversion date is from 2001. It is valid from 2001. You can give any date after that. Okay. Upon failure, set to null. Okay. Say okay. Then active. So if you see the gross, what are the gross amount we had? Now it is getting converted to euros. If we assume that this is all USD, now it is getting converted to euros. Like this, you can perform currency conversion and unit conversions also.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, is this dynamic or we have to
Yeah.
enter this every time?
Now completely dynamic. Uh, So now whatever I've done the setting, so I go to semantics. Now say I want to make the target currency dynamic, you can go with input parameter. Okay. If you want to make the source currency dynamic, you can go with input parameter. Okay. Source currency. I want to make exchange rate dynamic, you can go with input parameter. You want to make this client dynamic here, you can go with input parameter. Okay. Everything you can make this currency complete conversion, make dynamic with input parameter. What is it? What enter manual? What is it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
You can
Yes,
make this
sir.
complete conversion settings dynamic by using input parameters also. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, in BW, we do that in the transformations, we do that conversion, right?
Hmm.
But here we are entering a lot of things right now, sir. There we um, we create conversion.
No, no.
I
This is one
forgot
time.
that, you
This
know.
is one time you enter here.
Okay, sir.
This is one time you specify it here. That's it. What
Okay,
is
sir.
it you want?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll stop it here for today. Tomorrow we'll see some more options and we should end it tomorrow, I think. Pretty much we are done. There's small options like key flag. There's some option like history. There's some history parameter and there are some small options here. And then there's something like key flag dynamic join and then transparent filter. There's some small options. I think tomorrow probably we should end this modeling and then get on to data provisioning. Okay. Thank you. Fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.